Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 13 of the November Daily Draws. So let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from Dugan's Wishes Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. So we have the High Priest. Get that into focus there. And this is the equivalent of the Hierophant. This is the Major Arcana number 5. So it's the Hierophant or the High Priest in this deck. And this is about spiritual traditions, practices, beliefs, principles that are the keys to our spiritual journey. So it's taking hold of those keys. It's learning about those keys. It's listening to the teachers and reading from things that the teachers and those that have gone before us have learnt, and through experience and through their own studies, and they pass that on to others. So it's the importance of learning and teaching. We can be both learners and teachers. So we have to have a teachable spirit. We have to have a teachable attitude, that we don't know everything and that we're always learning on our journey. And also to respect those that have gone before us and have learned through experience and the test. They've tested out these things through their experience and found them to be, general principles that are true. Nobody's journey is exactly the same, and different paths have different ways of expressing those key principles. And I say key principles, the way they're expressed, because there are different ways of expressing some of these key principles. The principles stay the same, but the way that they are set out and adhered to, depending on what tradition of belief that you're following, can differ. But the principles, the underlying principles, are the same. And this is about learning the principles of the way that things work, spiritually speaking, the keys there. I love how we have one that's of the sun, and one of the other one of the moon there. You've got those contrasting sort of polarities. You've got the divine masculine, divine feminine energies working through those universal principles that apply to any spiritual path. And those are the things that we can get to the core of our belief system and learn about. And once we have those keys, we can then find the locks that those keys can unlock for us along our own personal journey. So it's about finding a way to apply and to use the keys that we have gained through our learning process and our experience, and knowing and having the wisdom to apply it in a way that unlocks some of the important things that we need, opening things up for our own spiritual journey. So maybe that's what we're thinking about today. That's what we're thinking about at the moment. How to unlock our potential, our spiritual potential, using the keys at our disposal. And always being willing to learn new things, to listen, to and also to be willing to share our own experience. People can learn from our example, from our own experience. They may find something that in our experience they've not considered or come across before, and that gives it provokes a thought perhaps in their life too to consider. We can all learn together if we are willing to share and realize that we're all learning. There's always something to learn on this journey, and that is one of the keys to realize that there's always something to learn. So, and once we have that, that unlocks the possibilities of learning all kinds of things, because then we will be seeking out those things. We will be willing to hear those things out when we come across them, even if they're new to us. We will at least give them a consideration. We won't reject them out of hand without any serious and fair consideration, because we have that key of realizing that there is always something to learn. And to do that, we have to use all the keys, the core keys at our disposal. And we have to learn the nature of those keys. And that comes through study, yes, reading, listening, watching other people, seeing other people, being with other people. It's learning, reading about it. And it's also living these things out. We learn to understand the way these keys work through experience, through trying them out. And we learn how they work or how they don't work through our experience. So that's this card is saying is continue to learn, continue to learn, continue to use the keys, continue to learn about the keys that the universe gives to us to unlock the potential of our spiritual journey. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Snake shed old skin. So here we have the snake shedding the old skin. And sometimes, some practices we may have done before, we can shed, we don't need anymore, and we're embracing new ones. That can be part of it. But that's not to say that we have to just because something is an age-old tradition that's been passed down, that because it's traditional, it's of the ages, that it's not relevant anymore, and we can shed that necessarily. That can still have a relevance to us. Maybe the way it's applied can be different in this modern world, but the relevance of it is still there. So yes, we can shed what's not needed. We can shed parts of ourselves that need to change. But let's not shed the key principles that are being passed down, and they're passed down for a reason. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater, if you've heard that expression. There are some things that just because they've been done through the years and have got historical context or are traditional, that it's not in anymore. It's not part of the modern vibe. The way it's expressed may need to be changed to fit in with the modern ways of going on, but that doesn't mean we have to totally dispense with it. So shed the things we need to, but don't shed everything just because it's old and it's established. Some of these things still have a relevance for us and are part of the keys to unlock our spiritual journey. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 14. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.